is second on the grid. Morbidelli on the inside, but it's Marquez who will lead them away once more here in Motogp. Won the only sprint race we've had here previously a year ago.
Here we go, guys. Aragon, just got back in time. Here we go. Can Marquez do it again? It's go! Marquez gets a great start, but look at Alex Marquez. And Morbidelli. Marquez actually didn't get a good start. Binder's through. That's a Costa, sorry. So it's Marquez wide, but Marquez gets a Costa on the left-handers. Can you get Morbidelli on the right-hander? No. Alex Marquez leads.
Through turn 2, but he's in third. It's Alex who's out front.
Yep, exactly.
Alex out in front.
For Alex Marquez, get in front of your brother.
Yeah.
He's done it. For me,
Aldeguer.
Very close with a Costa.
Costa up there too.
But he's got through.
And he has got through. Costa will have the inside line into turn 6. And he has to relinquish, has to give way. The
he has to.
Mercians going at it. As Pecco Bagnaia is the big loser.
Bagnaia's a big loser.
It's almost like the outside of the grid where Marquez and Bagnaia were. Was the dirtier part of the race.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it did not work at all. I'll tell you, Mark did well in turn 1.
Yeah, Mark did well.
Like 4th or 5th.
Yeah, he pulled it back round, didn't he? As they fell then into turn 2. So as you come round the Marquez corner, Fabio Quartararo's got away well from 9th on the grid. He's up into 6th place.
Quartararo's got away well. He's up to 6th.
From Morbidelli in 2nd, then it's Mark in 3rd.
It's Mark in 3rd.
Place for Fabio Aldeguer.
Aldeguer and Acosta going at it. Those don't like each other, and Acosta's through.
Anyone apart from Marquez through that sector.
Sorry,
Aldeguer's got him.
Was at shades of last year with Alex Marquez and Bagnaia through that part of the track.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, these two, you reckon they're friends? They're back being friends now? I'm not too sure.
Friends.
That friendship is about to end, I think.
It could be, yeah.
Touch paper has been lit, hasn't it, for fireworks between the two Mercian riders. Alex leads them down the back straight now.
Alex Marquez leads them down the back straight.
Start to finish. And then we go into this long looping left-hander. Watch Marquez here. Just almost try and turn underneath Morbidelli.
Yeah, Marquez trying to turn underneath Morbidelli. You have to.
He has to look at that. You saw right. He's turned up. He's picked the bike up. He's got a better exit. He's going to go to the inside.
Yeah, go to the inside. Get in the second.
To the braking zone, really.
Yeah,
Morbidelli's fine. Back of this though. Marquez. He's inevitable. He is inevitable. He's up to 2nd now. Go on, Mark.
Marquez is through on Morbidelli and up into 2nd place to chase his brother now.
Yeah.
I can almost
now Mark can chase Alex
now.
down.
Voice going, don't panic, do not make a silly mistake, let this race come to you. Your brother's not going to check out completely. You've got better
he's got to be calm, Marquez.
Did he spin up on the line then? Because he just did not get away. It was like he was sort of in mud a little bit, wasn't it?
I missed it because I was looking at the heli. Sometimes you can see who's got a better jump, and so you couldn't quite tell from that angle.
Alex got a much better launch from the line.
Yeah.
And we are on board with Quartararo looking.
Yeah, Alex got a much better launch off the line. Bagnaia's a big loser, have I? He's done it 8th place on the factory Ducati, but a 2nd one to Mark.
Tomorrow in particular.
And Bagnaia's
example, Aldeguer's dropped quite a way back from Pedro Acosta. You'd have to think that the medium
actually he's last in Watchalong. Bagnaia's last.
And you know what, Pedro Acosta has got decent pace this weekend, hasn't he?
Yeah, Acosta's had decent pace. Oh, that's Joan Mir. Joan Mir's gone down. And Jack Miller.
Like Joan Mir literally has zero luck. It looked like that was definitely.
That was Joan Mir and Jack Miller. I think they glided in build-up to a corner.
How many races has Joan Mir crashed out of? That's his 11th crash of the year.
Yeah.
Even then, when he tries to run it through and get into the gravel,
he still crashes.
He still does.
Down in the gravel. On board with Acosta
on board.
now.
Acosta. Or sliding.
You know, when the track is this greasy, when it's this kind of temperature, he's strong. I will say also, Frankie's usually strong in greasy conditions.
Yeah. Morbidelli can be strong as well in these conditions. I'm free.
Good. He's about to get past here.
Yeah, he's about to get past. Well in Acosta.
Does he make the apex?
Does he make it? A bit wide, but Morbidelli gets him back. Miller and Mir is under investigation.
That was really good.
Under investigation.
He saw Acosta come through, but then he turned it back underneath and threw it in front of the Spanish rider who will have to do it all over again. But it's so good to see this Pedro Acosta.
Yeah, so good to see Acosta back up here. But recent races, Maverick's been the top KTM, but now it's Acosta. Binder's done 10th, Maverick's 2nd best KTM.
We can't extract that extra grip where Ducati clearly can, and a lot of the other manufacturers. So he said it's almost like it's brought the Ducatis back towards us.
First sector, Marquez is a bit off Marquez, but in the 2nd sector, that's where Mark is strong round here compared to everyone else on the circuit.
We're about to get that pop up on our timing screen very soon. Yeah, Mark, I think he's clawing it back.
Yeah, he's clawing it back, looks like.
Down towards turn 12. Acosta also very strong in this part of the racetrack. And Mark's picked up 2 tenths.
And Quartararo keeping Gianantonio behind him for now.
For Jack Miller. So it must have been in the tangle with Mir.
Yeah, Vinales from Bagnaia.
Well, this is the start. Watch Marquez.
Yeah, watch
that Vinales? I
We'll
think
see
it
if he
was.
spins up.
Yeah, see if he does.
Yes.
Yeah, a bit. He spins a bit.
That's spinning.
And there was contact between Acosta and Marquez. Didn't see that.
This is where Mark was. That's where Mark's really good. So you have that contact, he spins up, but then it's that instinctive, quick hesitation, cuts underneath him, turns it. Oh, I tell you, I was closer than I.
Yeah, it's closer.
I mean, it's so tight into turn
Yeah,
one
so
anyway.
tight into turn
There's
one
not
between all
Mark
them all.
Chinks back, gets back underneath him, and gets really good track position. No harm, no foul there. That's just racing, everyone going for the same bit of time.
It's a natural thing for
he's
your
racing.
then to go out. Pedro Acosta's just blown turn one. He was getting closer and closer again.
So I can go with a
But he's
hashtag.
going to have to do it all over again on Frankie Morbidelli.
Move it all again. Jack Miller, longer penalty.
Penalty, yeah, for Jack Miller was causing Joan Mir's crash. We haven't seen it, so
So Alex still ahead of Mark, but the gap's down to half a second. Vinales is ahead of Bagnaia, so Maverick's ahead of Pecco, and Pecco's down in 9th place now.
It's down to 9th now.
It's another story of Bagnaia in a sprint.
Yeah.
Not being comfortable or confident. Aldeguer now having a look at the back of Pedro Acosta.
He's not been confident all year, Bagnaia hasn't, except about winning
so
in America.
difficult to pass into there. It's one line, it's like threading a needle, the track drops away,
it is like that.
camber. He had a look though. What I love about
Fair play
Aldeguer,
to
but
Aldeguer
also
having
what
a
I
look.
love about Pedro Acosta, they're out of the same mould.
Yeah.
If it's half a gap, well, go
They're out
for
the same
it.
mould. Aldeguer's going for it.
Aldeguer just trying to take that tighter line.
The smallest opportunity. It's like,
Oh, he's gone for it.
Go wide.
He's got. He didn't go wide. It's aggressive from Aldeguer. Acosta's going to try and get him back now. This is a battle of the watch. This is for the ages. Acosta versus Aldeguer. Imagine these two on Ducati.
20-year-old and a what? A 20.
The Aldeguer's on Ducati, but imagine Acosta on one too.
I think we've got years of this, ladies and gentlemen. We've got
Yeah, we have.
We've got a decade of these two knocking the lumps out of each other.
Yeah, they do.
From the tiny province in the southeast of Spain. Here comes Acosta again.
Acosta with a top speed of a KTM.
It feels
Oh,
like
it's
for the
fast.
KTM.
Fastest bike out there is the on the straight is the KTM.
Yeah, KTM. They're actually beating Ducati in straight line
You
speed.
felt it coming, didn't you, there? As Acosta tries to stay ahead of Aldeguer. He is scrapping hard here, Pedro Acosta.
Yeah, Acosta's scrapping hard.
Alex Marquez out front.
And there's Gianantonio on Quartararo, but Quartararo
They're doing
is able to stay ahead.
46ers. Let me just put it into some sort of perspective. So you've got the Marquez brothers are in another league.
Yeah, they are.
46ers. The next best is in third place, 0.6 of a second, a 47.5.
Yeah, 47.5 for Morbidelli. The Marquez brothers are on another level at this minute in time, compared to everyone else.
This is Fabio Quartararo in the scrap with
Quartararo in the scrap and fourth.
Antonio right behind him.
And with Vinales catch
A
it.
good turnaround, really, isn't it, for Quartararo, considering where we were yesterday?
Yeah, good turnaround for
Just
him and
looking back
Yamaha.
to Bagnaia, he must have made a massive mistake. He's now down to 13.
Yeah, he must have made a mistake. He's down at 13th, Bagnaia.
Passed him, Bez's passed him, Ralph Fernandez, Bastianini, so he must have run off the track.
He must have went off.
50 flat for him last lap.
Yeah, it was a
Bagnaia
mistake.
only
150 lap for Bagnaia.
Just put that into perspective, the Moto2 pole was a 49.9.
Yeah, so over the Moto2 pole that.
We're not seeing much of the front. You can see it top left of your screen.
Yeah, not seeing much of the front, but Marquez is closing.
Marquez starting to get into it a little bit now, it feels like.
This
He's had
shows
those
how
full
much
laps
quicker
at the
Marquez
start
is
of the
around this track.
Yeah.
And now he is
But,
coming to
yeah,
the
see if you
full
can do it on Alex here.
on
He's
the
closer,
side.
definitely.
He will attack straight away. Now, what
Yes.
has Alex got to do? He has to let the brake off. He has to fight back.
Alright, well,
if he allows Mark one
Tottenham.
clear lap, that is the race over.
Yeah.
Mark there felt like sacrificing a little bit of his entry now. Just watch him turn that little bit
So good
tighter.
here.
Oh, he's so good in telling Marquez. He's got close.
Just flirting
Lap 6.
with the grip levels.
He's
He's
flowing
got
at a
so
good
much
levels.
more pace down towards
He's
the
going for it.
He's going to make it a late one.
He's making it a late launch.
Almost instinctively knows that he's there.
Yeah.
doesn't he? And just
Alex gives wide.
lets
Well,
the
Marquez
brake
takes the lead.
off. The corner goes through.
Right, so this is where Alex is strong. He's strong through this part of the track.
Yeah, this is where Alex is strong, so we could
Can
see a
he
battle
start to
here.
move up into this tricky technical turn 5 is close enough. Right, he's going to do it. He has to go now.
No, he doesn't.
Not prepared to do it on his brother, is he?
No, he's not.
He had to do that where you chink to the inside. You're both going to go wide. You're probably both going to go to the edge of the track.
Yeah, probably
But
are.
unfortunately now, the fact that he's not done that, Mark's got these bike lengths, and guess what? We're going to go now to the favourite part
Yeah,
of the
favourite
track
part of the track for Mark.
and he's just going to eke that gap away.
He's
into
got that gap, he is.
group.
Morbidelli's in a comfortable third place, so he looks like he's going to get bronze medal for
it's the
sprint.
favoured brothers, the Marquez duo.
Where's
Local
Pecco? There
lads,
he is.
really, compared to anyone else.
Now let's go for his long lap.
Chuck Miller going off to do his long lap loop. Shocked me for a moment.
It was a last-minute decision, it felt like, from Jack.
And that is Pecco Bagnaia, who was behind him. And now
he
he's
started
in
4th, he did, and now he's down 13th.
A sprint to remember for Pecco.
Hey, what a strange weekend for Zarco.
Zarco, 14th.
In Le Mans, on the podium.
Let's look at this. So this is lap 4. Yeah, it's a mistake.
That's where it went wrong.
Yeah,
Turn 7. And haven't we seen that a lot this weekend?
Yeah, lots of crashes. Look at the lead. If you look in the top left-hand corner, what did I say?
Yeah, Mark.
His brother's not going to. He's not going to do something ridiculously wild. He's not going to take his brother out. They're not both going to.
Yeah, they're not going to crash each other out there.
If you give Mark one lap.
Yeah, give him 1 lap and he can do that. 6 tenths per second. There's Vinales on Quartararo.
Vinales starting to come to the fore now.
Yeah, Vinales coming good towards the end of the race.
Quartararo, Di Gianantonio's already dispensed with the Frenchman.
Oh!
Maverick went wide.
Maverick went wide and Quartararo nearly hit him.
Back. It wasn't on, unfortunately, then.
No, it wasn't on. Quartararo down in 9th place now. And Motogp behind him. The funny thing is, Quartararo could have been on that ability next year, but he's got to stick with Yamaha. But I think he didn't stick with Yamaha might be the right decision now. With what he's been doing so far this year.
Bez will be loving this race. Look, you want to be at the front, of course you do.
Yeah,
but
Bez,
when you start at the back and you know you've got a really good pace and a good motorcycle underneath you, it's quite a nice feeling going forward, attacking.
Yeah, kind of busy on certain Bez. Yeah, Quartararo not pleased. But now he's got back on Bastianini.
Well, Quartararo wide down into the corkscrew. I hope he was able to get that one finished off.
Yeah, hopefully he was able to. Aragon's not one of Quartararo's favourite circuits. So I think around you just take what you get.
Through turn 10. There is Aldeguer in 4th. Another excellent ride, isn't it, from the rookie?
Yeah, well, Aldeguer's 4th. He's actually gained on Morbidelli, so it looks like
he's catching actually.
The podium for Morbidelli could actually be in question.
Morbidelli in front. This could be another podium for the just 20-year-old Mercian.
Yeah.
You know what?
I say France, he was the youngest podium sitter, but then I realised it was actually a Costa last year, so my apologies for that.
But what we saw in Le Mans, when it was wet out on track and he's dancing out there around the puddles on slick tyres, it just seems like he's got really good feel.
Yeah, and
he's got a really good film at GP24, he has, from what he looks like.
It was near the end of the race, no one had got a tyre left.
Yeah, he was lap before battling with a Costa, and the last few laps he's actually been quicker than that Morbidelli. So it looks like
it went over the limit, but
this year could be an Aldeguer podium again.
Yeah, he is in
and
the 47 bracket, mid-47.
From Alex, sorry, and then Mark.
The only other rider in that are Bezzecchi on the medium tyre and Mark Marquez.
Yeah, Marquez.
Who's just done a 47.4, the quickest of all of them.
Yeah, Mark's on it.
With the soft rear on. But the medium is surely going to be the race tyre tomorrow. Vigilant came here saying, you know, soft might be.
Yeah, the medium tyre's going to be the race tyre tomorrow.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it will be mediums. But what happens then is, if you're Fermin Aldeguer, you go into tomorrow's race with so much data. You can make some subtle changes to your bike. You know exactly how much tyre you've got left.
Yeah.
But also, unfortunately, for Aldeguer is the fact that Ducati all share the information.
Yeah, they all do.
Each team will know exactly how much tyre he had left. How much it wore, that's just what Ducati do. So obviously it can work for you or against you. This time it's going to work against Aldeguer, really.
Genuine sprint podium
we'll see.
In Le Mans, if you remember. And the podium in the race.
Quartararo's going to be taken by Ralph Fernandez now.
Conditions, but it looks like Aldeguer has got Morbidelli in his sights. This will be a good battle, I think, between the rookie and the more on the veteran side of things in Frankie.
Yeah.
Because Frankie, however much he is relaxed and laid back, he's a scrapper on track.
Morbidelli is.
He never knows when he's passed. And sometimes
that's the good thing on Morbidelli, he never knows when he's passed.
Is to actually let that person through. If someone's front wheel's already in and they're beyond you, but Frankie will lean on anybody.
Yeah, Morbidelli will.
Most aggressive riders out there.
Where Aldeguer here on the medium tyre, where will he have more of an advantage?
Yeah, let's see where Aldeguer will have more advantage over Franco.
of the last corner, then he had more grip. You could see he gained, because already at this point, there's only 3 laps to go.
He's going for it here,
He's
is
got
he?
so much
No.
more grip underneath him. Now he's on the right tyre, he's held again. Look at that, he can turn tighter.
Yeah, he
More
can turn
acceleration.
tighter.
Is he?
Yeah, he's going for it. Oh, that's aggressive from Firmin Aldeguer. That's what we love to see. Morbidelli trying to fight back, but can't. Aldeguer to 3rd place. That's surely his opponent for Firmin now. If he gets a second lap now on Alex, he can still get second.
Podium positions again. This kid is the real deal.
What can I say? He doesn't think, he doesn't hesitate. It's instinctive.
Yeah.
He just reacts. He makes it happen.
Sorry, chat.
He's
Yeah,
not showing
Aldeguer's
a
instinctive.
shot.
Yeah, the
If
flag
you
in
think
sector
shot
1.
shot, already opportunity's gone.
It's not
That's racing.
anywhere from few.
Someone's gone down.
Augusto maybe?
Fernandez may well have gone down. He was actually riding really well in 15th.
Yeah, Augusto Fernandez may have gone down.
He may have crashed out here. There's Nadia Padovani, team owner down at Grassini, and they are sitting 2nd and 3rd again.
Yeah,
just
they are.
as they were in the sprint
In Le Mans.
France. Marquez leads by a lap
Marquez
and a half.
leads by 1.5
from his
seconds.
brother.
Looks like he's hit a bag
Just
now.
over 2 laps remaining. His sprint has gone in the blink of an eye, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Steady start to Marquez, spun up off the line, but then has just found a pace, mid 147.
Yeah, mid 147s,
And that's
146s.
definitely something the engineers will work on for tomorrow's race.
Yeah.
They'll just wind it down a little bit. The
Augusto
power.
Fernandez was a technical issue.
Oh, technical
and he's
issue.
running a new spec Yamaha this weekend, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I stopped on the track somewhere, I think.
2 laps remaining. Mark is in a familiar position at the head
Mark in a familiar
of the
position.
race here in Aragon. Of course, he's won 6 previous main races, including last year. He has won the only sprint we've had here, which came last year.
Yeah.
And now looks set to do it again. He won in Moto 2 in the past as well.
So this will be a thing. Yeah, looks like this weekend he's going to try and win for the 7th time in Motorland class at Aragon.
He cannot.
That's his second sprint win in Motorland.
I know you were saying earlier, oh, let the break off, have a go. But he's doing what's being asked of him.
Yeah.
Gee, I feel like tomorrow he'll have to, in the main race, for the big points. I mean, Alex Marquez sits 2nd in the championship.
Yeah.
Was it 27 points behind?
Vinales is involved in this now. Morbidelli is struggling.
Intelligently. But if he wants to win this world championship
He's
in
got to
the
go
main race,
full
he has
aggressive.
to force his brother a little bit. Look, we know Mark's going to force it back as well.
Yeah.
But
We know
what
Mark's
we
going to.
predicted literally happened. If you let him get to sector 2 with no one else in front of him, he would pull away, and he pulled away 0.6 on that, on half
Yeah,
a
he
lap.
So, Frankie Morbidelli now has Pedro Acosta for company.
Yeah, Aldeguer's not going to get Alex Marquez. It's very likely he was going to, unless he gets a second lap, then he will have.
Not shy, coming forward.
So with Mark Marquez at one end of the straight, we are on board here with Frankie Morbidelli. I don't think Acosta's going to get close enough.
Acosta's not going to get close enough here. That's that time.
Frankie under a
So
little
Mark's
bit
going
of
to do it.
pressure.
Well, the KTM turns well.
Yeah, KTM does.
It doesn't normally, does it? But something this weekend. Maybe the grip.
Here we go.
No, the grip. He goes Acosta.
Acosta will have a go.
He's going for it. No, he isn't.
Oh, Frankie's so late on the
Yeah,
brakes. to keep
Morbidelli's so
grip
late on the
there.
brakes. And he got stopped as well. Fair play to Franco for getting stopped.
Knew he was coming in the early.
Yeah, he sensed the rider was there on his shoulder. It's so funny as a rider, you know roughly within, let's say, inches of where the rider is behind you. You can hear them, you can sense them.
You can hear them, you can sense it.
It's weird, but it's just how it. Years
like
of
using
racing,
force.
that's what happens.
Like
What
20
chances
foot
are there
force.
that Pedro Acosta won't
Star
have a
Wars,
go on this
obviously.
last lap?
What?
I
And
think-
then he won't have a go.
I think
Zero.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Pedro with a bit between his teeth.
He'll lunge it.
Yeah.
See,
Turn 12, I'm thinking.
Yeah, turn 12, it looks like if he's close enough.
In this next sector.
You're right. Morbidelli was not good out of 10 then, so... Oh no, he's got a big enough gap. This,
Maybe enough
As
gap,
he
yeah.
would go through now
yeah,
here.
this is where Acosta's really good. I'll tell you where he might try it. He might try it in the flip-flop
They may try it, yeah.
of the...
In the
what is it? 14, 15.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah,
this
may
is-
try it there.
Pedro's front there protesting.
Vinales wide too.
I think that's it.
That's
well,
it.
Yeah. Well, now that's invited Digi.
Yeah.
Watch this, Digi in the flip-flop. Watching the back of shot. Watch Digi, see if he has a go.
No, I don't think he's going to
No,
be able to do
Digi's not going to have a go. Acosta may get Morbidelli on the straight though.
The king of Aragon back to reclaim his crown once more.
He's got to reclaim
into
it.
the final couple of corners. He is going to take victory. In fact, polite applause for him as
Yeah,
well.
he's going to take
As he
victory.
rounds the final
Marc
corner
Marquez
and extends his
does it again
championship
for a
lead.
factory K squad.
Number 7 for
And
the
again in
season
Aragon.
for Marc Marquez. A nod to his team. He's
Yes.
victorious. His
Woo.
is his second. Aldeguer takes a brilliant third. Across
Aldeguer
the
takes
line.
third. Morbidelli beats Acosta.
Who does really well actually.
And Antonio Vinales behind Bezzecchi 8th and Binder 9th for lots of points.
Vinales 7th.
Scores
Bezzecchi
at
from
the sprint.
20th on the grid.
Pecco
He's up to
Bagnaia
8th.
12th.
Binder takes 9th with his personal best lap on the last lap of the race. And the rest don't score
Yeah,
with Fernandez.
Pecco Bagnaia down in
Pecco
12th.
Bagnaia in particular
But
down
we weren't
in
expecting
12th
that.
spot.
But Marc Marquez does it again in the sprint.
Delighted they are for Aldeguer.
Yeah.
But they get on quite well, don't
Yeah, they really do.
Aldeguer and Marc get on
credits them
quite well.
with a lot of advice over the years.
Do you also feel like it's a little bit of the
Yeah.
Pedro Acosta's
Absolutely.
trying to like distance himself from Marc Marquez? It's like, don't want to talk about him.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm not sure what's
But yeah,
going
Marc
on there
Marquez
with
does it in the
Fabio
sprint,
Tomassi.
guys.
He'll be pleased for
And
one
next
half of the
tomorrow,
garage.
Marc Marquez is a
Marquez
favourite to
has
do it
arrived
again at
on
Motorland
the
Aragon.
here.
We'll see if he can. Thanks all for watching this watch along. Smash the like button, subscribe if anyone is new. It's tell if you signed in, and tell the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, streams coming up. See you all in the next watch along. See you.